we have seen a lot of junk science put a lot of people in prison over the years, right? Whether it's hair analysis or tool analysis or shoddy arson investigations or bite mark investigations, right? We've seen a lot of this that was used to put a lot of people in prison that later it comes out, hey, it's just not that reliable. Well, I think the next big thing that we're going to see that is junk science is a lot of these shaken baby syndrome cases, right? There are a lot of people in prison for shaken baby cases. There's a famous case right now in Texas with Mr. Robertson, who's been on death row. His execution stayed a number of times, right? And there's a case in Georgia, Mr. Smith, who just recently has been in the courts and had his case sent back for some more rulings. But here's what we know. We know that for a long time, the prosecutors and doctors were using this kind of three-pronged approach to prove shaken baby syndrome. And what we know now is that a lot of that science was complete junk. And the scientific organizations are realizing that. They're issuing papers and studies and journals that are really challenging this long-held feeling by a lot of states' doctors that those three-pronged approach can prove shaken baby syndrome. And we're seeing convictions get either reconsidered or overturned or whatever it may be because of this junk science. And I think we're going to see a lot of this going forward. And the reason is that these doctors have really been able to identify different ways or mechanisms that injuries can occur that people used to think was shaken baby syndrome that could be something else. It could be a birth injury from a C-section. It could be a child falling. It could be a number of things. And it's really important that people in this country not be put in prison on BS science, right? And that's something that we're always looking at is in a shaken baby case, what science are the doctors relying on? And they're challenging cases because they're intense on medical records. They're intense on documents. There's very rarely an eyewitness, right? That would obviously be different if there was an eyewitness that saw somebody shaking a baby. That'd be a much stronger case for the state. But when they're relying on science that is kind of turning out to be junk science, it's a really important place for the defense to be using experts, to be making sure that they're reading the literature on the developments in these medical situations, and to make sure that we're not letting the government put people in prison on science that's not reliable.